Chapter 5 Animal Reproduction Lesson View Animals that lay eggs, animals that give birth to babies, animals care for their eggs and young ones. Reproduction is the process by which living beings produce more of their own kind. Animals can reproduce by two ways: laying eggs, giving birth to young ones. Animals that lay eggs. Many animals like birds, amphibians, insects, reptiles, and aquatic animals reproduce by laying eggs. They lay their eggs and keep them at a warm place, or the parent animal sits on them to keep them warm. Once the eggs mature, the babies hatch out of them. Teaching tips. Tell the different ways in which animals produce young ones. Tell the students that, like our parents, animals also care for their babies. Parts of an egg. An egg is covered with a hard but thin protective outer shell, which is called the eggshell. This eggshell has tiny pores from which air and moisture can pass. It also contains white jelly-like substance which is called albumin, also called egg white, which is rich in proteins. It contains about 40 different proteins. Yolk is the yellow substance found inside the eggs. It is rich in fats, vitamins, and minerals. It contains food for the growing baby or the embryo. The embryo undergoes many developmental changes till it grows into a chick. A fully grown chick breaks the egg and comes out in about 21 days. This process is called hatching. The chick then finally grows into an adult. The stages of development from an embryo to a mature adult are known as the life cycle of an animal. Birds. Birds like sparrow, hen, eagle, etc. reproduce by laying eggs. The female bird lay eggs in their nests. Like birds, there are few animals also that lay eggs. For example, fish, frog, hen, crocodile, snake, turtle, butterfly, cockroach, mosquito, grasshopper, etc. Fish. Fish lay huge number of eggs at a time in the water. The eggs of fish do not have shells. Out of these eggs, only some develop into baby fish, as some of the eggs are eaten by larger fish and other animals. These eggs get warmth for incubation from the sun rays. Butterfly. A butterfly lays its eggs on a leaf. A small worm-like larva that hatches from the egg is called caterpillar. These larvae grow by eating the leaves of the plants and develop a protective covering around itself. This stage is called as pupa. This part is called as resting stage in the life cycle of a butterfly. The pupa sheds its old skin many times. This process of shedding old skin is known as molting. Finally, the pupa bursts and the adult butterfly comes out. Insects. The life cycle of insects like dragonflies, grasshoppers, and cockroaches involves three main stages. The tiny larvae that hatch from the eggs are called nymph. The nymph resembles the parent. Wings and reproductive organs are not evolved in the nymph. The nymph undergoes molting several times till it finally develops into an adult. Reptiles. Reptiles like snakes and lizards lay their eggs on ground. They lay many eggs, but only a few develop into adults, as some of the eggs are eaten by other animals. This is because some mothers go away after laying their eggs and never come back to take care of their young ones. These eggs get the warmth from sun's rays. Animals that give birth to babies. Mammals are the animals which give birth to young ones and feed them on their milk. For example, dogs, monkey, elephants, horses, rabbits, and rats. Human beings are also mammals. The development of the young ones take place inside the mother's body. The babies drink their mother's milk until they are able to eat other foods. They take care of their babies for a long time. They have a well-developed brain. They have hair on their body, and most of them live on land. They breathe through their lungs. Some mammals like whales and dolphins live in water. Though bats fly like birds, they are mammals too. Fact file. Mammals such as duck-billed platypus and spiny anteater lay eggs instead of giving birth to babies. Animals care for their eggs and young ones. Just like our parents look after us, other animals also take care of their young ones. Snakes protect their eggs by coiling around the eggs, and they attack any animal if it comes close to the eggs. A kangaroo carries its young one in its pouch wherever it goes. The male seahorse stores the eggs in its pouch and looks after them till they hatch. Turtles lay hundreds of eggs at night and bury them in the sand. Key terms: molting, periodic shedding of the outer skin in reptiles. Incubation, the act of warming eggs in order to hatch them. Summing up, an egg is covered with a hard but thin protective outer shell, which is called the eggshell. Yolk of the eggs contain food for the growing baby or the embryo. A small worm-like larva that hatches from the butterfly egg is called caterpillar. The process through which butterflies shed their old skin is known as molting. The tiny larvae that hatch from the cockroach eggs are called nymph. The life cycle of an animal comprises of various stages of development from an embryo to a mature adult. Metamorphosis is the process of the transformation of a young one into an adult, which looks completely different.